Hi, welcome to RockinRobin's Garage Sale Finds. Today we are talking about the best spots to pick to set up at when you go to a flea market. We have been selling for over 20 years. We've been doing it for a long time. We started on eBay, then we went to flea markets, which is what we're talking about today. We also do Mercari, we do Poshmark, and we do Facebook Marketplace. And each day we come out Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and each day we talk about one of those selling formats. Today we're talking about flea markets. And when you go to a flea market, do you know what is the best spot to pick so that you get the most customers and make the most money? Well, there's at least 5 really good spots, and then there's some good ideas to do in those spots, so you know. So you stay with us, we'll be right back, and we will talk about the best spots to pick when you go to a flea market. Hi, welcome back. So today is the best spots at a flea market. Do you know where to put your flea market up when you go? Because there's flea markets all over the country and probably all over the world. And when you go, you want to set up in the best spot you can. Now, the number one spot that most people choose, and you should look at, see if it's available, is one of the end spots, either where you come in or where you go out. Those are great spots because when you come in, everyone's going to see you come in, and no one is going to miss you, and they're going to have money. Because if you go on the go out spot, they're all going to see you, but they may not have money left. But the advantage of the go out spot is if they saw something they wanted and they weren't sure and you have it, they'll pick it up rather than go back. But if I had to choose between the two of those, I would choose going in. Now, the next good spot to choose, let's say those spots are taken and you're saying, what should I choose next? Go near the food. People are always lining up to go near food. So they will see the booths that are right near the food. So that's always a good spot to take because maybe they're waiting for a hamburger to cook or pizza to heat up. Who knows? They're going to go and they're going to walk around, browse your spot. Great spot to go. The third spot is somewhere on the ends, the sides of each row, because number one, you get probably a little better spot. You probably get a bigger spot, and people go around like that. So if you have the end spot, you can go around, and what's going to happen is you have more stuff, and people it's like they see your booth twice, because they'll see one end and they'll see the other end. You can show off and you can set up in various different ways. I love corner spots. I say the end sides, corner, whichever way you look at it, because I always feel like I make more money on a corner spot. I can't always get the end spots, and sometimes near food it's hard to get, but corner spots, if you can get them, they are another one to grab. Now, the fourth spot may sound a little funny, but somewhere near the bathroom. People are always going to use the bathroom, and there's always lines. So they will go by your booth. Now, depending on how bad they have to go to the bathroom, they may not be stopping to look. But when they come out, hey, they're going to take a look. So you need to be kind of near spots where people are definitely going to go. And like I said, when they come in, when they go out, near the food, near the bathrooms, those are great spots to put and set up your display. Now, another thing you might want to look for is a shady area, depending on if they have canopies or some kind of tops, or you bring a tent. If they don't and you don't have much available, you need to look for a shady area. Maybe a shady area and then a main aisle. If you can't get the other spots and you have to have a shady area, make sure it's in the main aisle, either main or right next to the aisle. You don't want to be in an area that's far away. Yeah, it has a lot of shade, but nobody goes there. Why bother doing the flea market? You need to be in the shady main area. Now, before I go any further, I have 2 more things I want to tell you about spots. But first, I want to tell you that we are having a contest. And what you have to do is you have to be a subscriber. You have to give us a thumbs up like that. And then in the comments section, you write good tips or great tips. And then you will be entered. And on August 31st, we are going to give away, I'm going to pull a name out of a hat. We're going to give a $20 gift card to Home Depot. So make sure you enter that. Now, the next two tips about spots. Sometimes it's cheaper if you can pay for a whole month. Sometimes you can get the spot you want if you pay for a whole month. Sometimes the best areas are taken, but if you say, hey, I'll pay you for a whole month, maybe they'll say, okay, you can have that spot since you're willing to pay for longer. But you have to remember, you're still paying for it whether it rains or shines. And if it rains and you paid for that spot, you're not getting your money back. That is up to you, and you can decide whether you want to go in the rain, or if they cancel, they cancel. I don't know what their rules on if they cancel, but most don't cancel. If you set up, you have to decide, do you want to be in the rain? I've had some good days where it's rained a little off and on, and I've still made some money. So I tend to go, but if it's pouring, I don't know. I've had a few of those days too, and they're terrible. So you have to put that into consideration. Is it cheaper to do it that way? Will you get the spot you want? Is it worth it if it rains? That's if you go for a whole month. So think about that as an idea. And the seventh tip I want to give you about your spots is that if you have the same spot every week, you have regular customers that come to you. Say you sell comic books. They know where you are. People who will buy comic books, they'll say, oh, all I buy is comic books, and I gotta go and I gotta find that comic book person. If you're in a different spot every week, they may not find you. And then what? They're either buying from someone else or you lost the sale. So even if you can't get the same spot, see if you could stay in the basic same spot, because if you're at least in that area, they'll know where you are, even if you're just a 1 or 2 spots over, because being in the same spot is very important. So if you pay for your spot, you get a shady spot near the entrance or the food, and it's the same spot every week, you are guaranteed to make more money. So those are the areas, those are the 7 tips I have about getting the best spots at a flea market. Now, every Friday, we come out with a flea market tip of the week, and that is what I'm going to bring you right now, so stay tuned. Hey, this is RockinRobin. Thanks for coming, and this is our flea market tip of the week. Now, let's say you go to a flea market and you have a product. Maybe someone gave it to you. I don't know. You saw it, you thought it was interesting, but you don't really know what it is. Don't be afraid to ask customers. Customers may come in. I mean, sometimes I'll sell tools. A customer will come in and look at it. I don't know what it is. And I'll say, do you know what that is? Do you know what that does? Can you explain it to me? They may not want to buy it, but they may explain it to you so you can explain it to the next customer who doesn't know what it is. A lot of times I'll buy stuff and I'm not sure, but if somebody's really looking at it, I ask them questions. Yes, you're the dealer, you're the one who's supposed to know, but nobody knows everything. So don't ever think that you're alone in not knowing something. Feel free to ask. If you buy something and you know it's good, someone donates you, you bought a box lot at an auction, I don't care where you got it, you got something you don't know, ask. This is RockinRobin, and that is our flea market tip of the week. Well, I hope you enjoyed our flea market tip of the week. I love to bring those to you, and if you haven't seen them before, feel free to go back. Every Friday we do a flea market tip of the week, and they're very useful. I mean, they've got to help, especially if you are a beginner. And we also have other videos on how to set up at a flea market, what you should buy, the best things to buy at a flea market. Make sure you look at all of those. This is RockinRobin. Thank you for coming to RockinRobin's Garage Sale Finds. We will see you on Monday when we have another good video, and next Friday when we have a tip of the week. Now go out there, put something up on your table, or put it up online or Facebook Marketplace or wherever you sell, and you go make yourself some money. Can't wait to see ya. Take care.